You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Jess&Jims Steakhouse Big Block Modified Series. Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Tiny little short track that has done nothing but produce fantastic racing. Time and time again with these big blocks here. Smaller field than we're expecting. We expected a half a dozen more at least. Don't know where everybody's at. We're running the race no matter what. Going to be a quick one for you tonight. Probably have a couple of quick heat races and then a big 40-lap feature to get things going. Double show for you tonight. Big blocks first, and then we will move on. The Rockin' K Logistics 410 Outlaws will be up at the 9:30 Eastern time slot, and they will be coming to us from Cedar Lake Speedway. Do not be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Got a favorite driver? Make sure you shout them out as well. Guys are about to go to their driver's meeting here, I think. I should be a pretty short driver's meeting. We're missing the Greg Keppels and some of those guys. Still no Dylan Hauser. Well, we'll see who can pick up the win here tonight. Tom Ostendorf, the quickest in the room right now. 12:15 and a 12:30 for Ben Jolly. They are headed in. They're going to have their quick driver's meeting. This shouldn't take them very long, and then they'll be ready to get back out here. Full week for you this week, folks. Oh, we did so many things we need to do that we haven't done. But a full week. We got DSRL here tonight, ERA tomorrow night, Midwest Truck Series on Wednesday, and net code Mighty Midgets on Thursday night. So 6 shows again over the 4 nights. Always a lot more fun when you guys get in on the chat. Oh. We got to get our buddy KR Stolfus all set up. He is going to be next Wednesday and Thursday night with you guys. And then the following week, the only night that we won't be having a show that I remember is Monday night. The guys are off on May the 5th. No races that week. On Monday. The rest of it will go. We're getting KR to cover. We got to get him some packages of logos and things and get him all set up so that he can come and entertain you guys. Drivers meeting going on right now. We know a couple of drivers from earlier had a problem logging in because the iRacing service, for whatever reason, the credentials are a little goofy right now. They've enacted some things that kind of mess with people logging in. I have not personally had a problem yet, knock on wood, but I know a couple of people who did. And there's Ben Jolly rolling it out. I'm going to get him some more practice in. Dylan Kinsey, another one of the full throttle drivers in here tonight. Got to watch that entry to turn 3. If you're kind of in the middle, you're going to go over that big bump into that hole. That'll get your car bouncing. Kinsey did it right. He did it right there again, over that big hump. If you go below it or above it, the car will be pretty stable. If you got your shock set up pretty good, it'll help the car stay balanced. We have had fantastic races every time we have been here. Multiple trips to Fairbury. Always good racing when we come here. The boys in the 410 series tonight are going to have their hands full because Cedar Lake is notoriously brutal for sprint car drivers. So just about a minute left and we will get ready for the first heat race. These guys do not get to qualify. They are random draw for their heats. Pretty much everybody's made it out and taken quite a few laps. I would say the average right now is somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 42 laps for practice. So these guys have run a full feature's worth of practice laps. New paint on that 21 car for Garrett Boyd tonight. Looks pretty good. Yeah, there's another good driver that we're not getting. Moreno and some of those guys. I don't know where some of these guys have gone to. Nonetheless, we're going to have a fun show. We should probably see somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 410 drivers tonight. All right, practice session is over officially. That means we are going to draw for heat race action. We are going to have one big heat race. These guys are going to race for it, and then they're going to start where they finish. Look at the guy on the pole. Man, that guy can't get any luckier. The 82 of Dalton DeWitt, your current points leader in the overall and your season, your first half season champion, and he's leading the points in season 2, the second half. He gets to start on the pole. The other 52 of Chris Haddon beside him. Newcomer in the series, the 115 of Dane Norris inside of row number 2. Next 2. The flying Buckeye, the 54 of Matt Westfall. Jacob Schmutz, the 1J. Row 3 inside, and he'll have the 924 of Ben Jolly on his outside. And then Tom Ostendorf in the 32 next to G-Body. Garrett Boyd in row number 4. And Dylan Kinsey in the 639. And Larry Moody are rounding things out. There goes Larry Moody. It looks like Mr. Norris will EOL his first start with the series. So some drivers definitely noticeably absent in this series tonight. Pace car is going to get out of our way. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing for 8 laps. This is going to set the field for tonight's 40-lapper. It is going to be a short, quick show tonight. Round number 1 here. Green flag. Dalton DeWitt. He's out front. Looks like he is going to roll away with the lead. Jacob Schmutz the second, side by side. Ooh, here comes Ben Jolly. Ben Jolly drove it in there. Drove by Jacob Schmutz, a little contact, but everybody drove it away. They were almost 3 wide out of 2. Schmutz was in the middle between Ostendorf and Westfall. Waiting for them guys to sort all of this out. Might take a moment. There goes Jolly around the top. Down to the bottom. Schmutz will stay right there. Schmutz gets passed on the outside by Ostendorf, and here comes Matt Westfall. Westfall on that off-camber banking on the inside, slid out a little door-to-door action. No harm, no foul. That time Schmutz drugged the fence. Well, we're going to watch Garrett Boyd for a moment here. That time Westfall got by. Schmutz in the 1J move him to fourth. And then he has a problem down 3 and 4. These two can't get away from one another. Westfall went across the bump. The car skipped across the track up the hill. He's going to be in the meet 3 wide. Boyd was on the bottom. Schmutz was on the top. Westfall was right through the middle. Boyd got in under the bump. Westfall went through it again. That car does not like those bumps. DeWert, Jolly, Ostendorf, then Boyd, Schmutz, Westfall, Haddon, Kinsey, Moody, and Norris. So they'll give them the warm-up time, and I'm sure they'll give them all 5 minutes to work the track in. Remind you about our schedule again. Tomorrow night, Epic Racing Association. Pavement late model stock car. As I think round number 4 for them this season. That is a 8:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Wednesday night, Midwest Truck Series. I have lost count of what round they're in. I want to say about 7 or 8 now. They run about 30 deep in that series, and it's a great show. They good, hard racing all night long with those guys. That is about a 8:45 Eastern start. And then about 9 Eastern, we kick off on Thursday nights. The Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. Doubleheader this week. Triple header next week. They'll throw 3 races out next Thursday night. KR will have the call on that. We'll be here with you next Monday night and next Tuesday night as well. And then KR Stolfus will take over for about a week. All right. About 2.5 minutes. They really want to dry this track down a little bit. Squish all the marbles out. Make it a 2-lane track. It makes it a lot more fun when it's a 2-lane track. That's for sure. Couple of heavy hitters on the front row to start this thing out tonight. Dalton DeWert going for win number 6 on the season. He won 4 in the first half on his way to the first half championship. He won the opener for the second half last week. Has a commanding lead in the overall points. He's got about an 8-point lead in the second half championship after 1 week. For 10 points, we'll update you on at race time. I don't have those in front of me right now. Go out on a fat limb and say that Mason Hannigan's your points leader in the 410 series. About 40 seconds. We'll get ready for 40 green flag laps. Round number 12, A main. Hey to everybody out there watching in viewer land. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Hope it's not raining a whole lot where you're at, or hasn't rained a ton where you're at. I know there's been a lot of rain falling all over the central and eastern U.S. It's kind of crazy. Went from not getting any rain to getting 7 inches in a really, really short time frame. Several places. That's going to do it. Practice session officially comes to an end. And that means the only thing left tonight is 40 green flag laps. Well, we're going to start them off with Dalton DeWert in the 82 and Ben Jolly in the 924 on our front row. 32 of Tom Ostendorf and the 21 of Garrett Board will make up row 2. The 1J of Jacob Schmutz and the 54 of Matt Westfall in row 3. Christopher Haddon in the 52. The 639 of Dylan Kinsey in row 4. And our final row tonight for our big A main, the 73 of Larry Moody and the 115 of Dane Norris. Look from behind, we're missing the pole sitter, and outside of row 2, they're probably fixing fuel. If I had to guess, and that might be it right there. They're all in. That means we're about to release that pace truck. We're about to roll these guys off. Laps go quick. A little over 12 seconds. 40 laps won't take 10 minutes if they go flag to flag. So don't move, you might miss something. Lights off on the pace truck. Ben Jolly wanted to see how hard the outside. Well, I don't know if that's going to affect his car before we even take the green or not, but he went up there and licked the fence a little bit. All right. DeWert Jolly, front row. These two have gone at it multiple times. Green flag in the air. Out of 2. DeWert by a couple of cars. Jolly around the high side. Not able to get there using the momentum. Now he'll drop to the bottom. Went for the slider and he wasn't able to close that one. Side by side on lap 2, a little bit of contact. Both drivers are going to drive away from it. DeWert's going to use the crossover to get down here into 3 and 4. Tom Ostendorf up on the top, trying to close the gap. Up to 3rd, Jacob Schmutz is 4th, and Garrett Boyd currently in 5th, but we're going to stay on the battle for the lead right now. That battle might be slowing down. Garrett Boyd has a problem in 3 and 4. He had Schmutz passed, had to give the spot back. Car got a little upset right about here with him. A little better that time. Dylan Kinsey up here to the 6th spot. Up 2 positions from his starting spot. He's got a pretty fair gap between himself and everyone around him, so he can focus his eyes forward and go chase those 2 guys racing side by side. Haddon, Moody, Norris, and Westfall. Rounding things out, Matt Westfall. Problems early, and he slid back a little bit. Now we're back to the front. Here we go again. Door to door, they're going to share some paint. Rub a little tire and tire action. Crossover from Jolly. Slider 1 and 2, and the crossover coming back this time from DeWert. He tried to keep it low and keep Jolly pinned in. He did a good job because he broke his momentum and up. He now has the lead. Down the back stretch and into 3 and 4. These top 2 have broken away. They're not done with each other just yet. There's the big slider. Yeah, slider battle ensuing. Good racing up front. I think DeWert just barely clipped Jolly going by that time, and they got the car a little bit unjacked. And he wasn't able to make the turn into the corner. Battle out front is 1.3 seconds ahead of third place, and Tom Ostendorf has that at the moment. It's 3 wide behind Schmutz. Boyd and Kinsey were 3 wide coming out of 3 and 4 last time. Schmutz has the middle, and he is going to have the advantage. I told you, folks, this place can produce some fantastic racing. We are not disappointed when we come here. It may not be for the lead, but there's going to be some excellent racing going on throughout the field. Right now, Kinsey's up to 5th behind Schmutz. Boyd is right behind that. Now Moody and Haddon are going at it. A little tippity tap of the left front right there with the right rear of Moody's car. Haddon will give a couple of spots up, but everybody's going to keep them facing forward. We're going to keep racing. This is for 10th place right here, 9th and 10th. Christopher Haddon, the 52, Dane Norris in the 115. And they're side by side. Doesn't matter if it's for 1st or 10th. Good racing. Jolly and DeWert, 1.4 seconds ahead of Ostendorf. And Ostendorf and Schmutz are getting at it now, side by side. Tom Ostendorf trying to hang on to a podium spot, but here comes Dylan Kinsey. He's working the top side on Jacob Schmutz. That's a battle for 4th. Garrett Boyd is still in this mix. He's just a couple of car lengths back. He runs in 6th. Contact off the nose of the 1J. Kinsey kept it straight. Big, heavy cars, tight little circuit. Kinsey launched down the hill, and he is reeling Ostendorf in now that he's got a couple of car lengths of breathing room. Garrett Boyd is still working the bottom, and he's got Schmutz in his crosshairs. Now pulls alongside Kinsey. The short way around, the problem is you can't get off the corners as well. You got to float it out there to the outside wall, and there's always a car right there to block that exit line. Let's go back to Ben Jolly. He's opened it up over a second on Dalton DeWert now. Jolly missed last week's race. He'll have to take that as his second half drop. Ostendorf still hanging on to 3rd by a thread. We are already down to 12 laps to go. It'll be 11 this time. Garrett Boyd now got around both Kinsey and Schmutz, and he's going to go after Tom Ostendorf for 3rd place. They were almost 3 wide getting into 3 and 4. Schmutz is way out wide. Big run down out of 2 for Jacob Schmutz. Trying to take the 4th position back. We're down to 8 laps to go. Told you it'd be a quick one tonight, folks. These boys look like they are trying to go flag to flag here. Boyd right alongside, a battle for the final podium spot right here. 3 cars. Boyd, Ostendorf, Schmutz. 6 to go. Coming out of 4. Boyd now clear of Ostendorf, and he's been working the bottom the whole time. Ben Jolly catching up to lap traffic. Wave lap coming up this time. 5 to go. Your leader in traffic now. Took him 35 laps to catch the back of the field. 4 to go, and Dalton DeWert had problems with 3 and 4, and he lost a lot more ground. Boyd is still 3rd. Ben Jolly's going to be in heavy traffic here momentarily. He's got 3 seconds on Dalton DeWert. He's coming around, and time is running out. It's going to be 2 to go. .6 seconds this time by. Around Christopher Haddon, white flag coming out. Ben Jolly into 3 and 4. He's going to come out. Checkered flags. He's going to win at Fairbury. DeWert's home 2nd. Boyd will come in 3rd. Schmutz and Kinsey 4 and 5. Ostendorf and Westfall battle at the line, and Westfall takes the 6th spot. Ostendorf 7th. Moody in 8th. Haddon 9th, and Norris rounding things out. Quick look here. There's the official. We're just going to go to this one because we like it. Oh, there's Boyd. There's Charlie. We will be waiting for Mr. DeWert, but he will make his way in, I am sure. Well, let's get things started with a guy that finishes in 3rd tonight. He drives a 21 car. Different paint on that car than we're used to seeing, but a good result, a podium finish tonight, Garrett.
Yeah, this is the result of PayPal messing up and not renewing my Trading Paints Pro subscription that deleted all my custom paints.
Ouch! That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Well, this track is notorious for being great when we bring the big blocks here, and you guys went 40 straight laps, flag to flag, and you were in a dogfight all 40 of them.
Yeah, it's tried to conserve a little tire early and probably let some people by that I shouldn't have let by, and then had a fight to get back by them. But it's just being patient around the bottom and making sure you're not spinning the tires off the corners is the biggest thing here.
Yeah, we kind of noticed you were avoiding that gigantic bump up there in turn 3, and I'm sure that's a little bit by design, but every once in a while you don't have the luxury of picking your own line. What do you do then?
You roll with what the racing gods give you. But kind of set the car up to handle that bump into 3, so if I had to go over it, it wasn't going to be catastrophic.
Well, an awesome run, man. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here.
Got to thank all the sponsors for DSRL. I would have them up and be able to see, but they're not on my car. So, and you, Roger, for putting this deal on, and then Larry for being the admin.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run, and I'll look forward to seeing you in 410s here in a little bit.
Yep, thank you.
That is Garrett Boyd. He is going to finish in the 3rd spot. I don't see Dalton in chat. I'm hoping he makes it. Maybe he got lost. I don't know where he went. Oh, there we go. Now he's in chat. Dalton Nort, you there, buddy?
What's up?
You guys had a heck of a battle at the front. There was a little bumping, a little grinding, and I don't know. Did you get some damage on the car?
Yeah, we're broke. Hit the wall.
It looked like you were fighting it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what broke. I mean, everything looked all right, but it didn't feel fine. As soon as I was reeling Ben back in, I hit the wall in 3 and 4, and the car just wouldn't get off the wall. And I don't know, ever since then it was just smoked, it felt like. But I mean, other than that, car felt great. Had a little bit of rough house there with Ben. Don't know what's going on there, but it is what it is. It was a good race, good win to him.
Short track racing, is that what we're going to chalk it up to?
Sure, I guess. I mean, we raced at multiple short tracks ago. I mean, I love a little door rubbing, but damn, it was fun.
I was going to ask you, was it fun or frustrating? Because it looked like you guys were, willing to get in there and rough each other up a little bit, and nobody ended up on the short end of the stick that we could tell, just hard racing.
No, it's fun, man. No hard feelings to Ben there. I mean, you're going to have that. It's Fairbury. It's tight. It's tough. But other than that, man, kart felt good. I felt like we had that race, and I just think I was getting a little hot and heavy there on the top, trying to cut down and sneak back under Ben, and I just hopped the cushion, man, and just absolutely drilled the wall. And after that, it was just downhill. And time just kept ticking away. He kept pulling away, so, I mean, shit.
Just got to get points at that point.
Yep.
Well, still, we won't hurt you in the points, and I was going to mention the big picture because the overall you're still doing quite well, and you're likely to come out of here with the points lead in the second half deal, and your trophy's being put together as we speak, so you'll be getting that for the first half championship here pretty quick. But, big picture racing, you're still doing great and kind of just clicking them off week by week, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you head out tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dina Super Dirt Car Series, Gunner Spawn Speed Shop, YourPack.com, Do Pro Performance, DJ Sim Shop, Gavin Sheehan Designs, Jess&Jims Steakhouse, and you for taking your time out of your night to entertain us and the fans, man. Thanks.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thanks, Raj. Have a good night.
Dalton DeWert finishes in second, and now he skips weeks. He shows back up. Now we got to talk to him in victory lane, and I got to wonder, Ben Jolly, what would it be like had you been here last week? Because the points for the second half championship might be a tad bit different.
Yeah, I'm here 1 week, off another. I mean, I just forgot last week, so I saw the point standings, so I'm definitely have to get a few of these wins racked up so I can beat Dalton. But other than that, tonight was definitely fun.
Well, I want to ask you because early you guys seemed more than willing to get in there and play a little rough with each other. No animosity, I'm sure.
Hey, no, I mean, banging and rubbing doors is racing, so we weren't trying to take each other out. We were just rubbing, so we were just trying to have some fun, maybe rub a little bit.
Short track racing at its best, and you guys put on a heck of a show up there. Once you got kind of clear, he kind of got it into the fence and bent something a little bit, and it didn't look like the car handled quite as good. But did you know how far out in front you were before you got to traffic?
No, I didn't realize how far it was, and I pulled up how far, like the standings or whatever, see how far it was. I had like a 2.5 second lead, so I kind of figured he hit the wall or somebody wrecked him or something. So I just kept holding my line and pulling away.
Well, a good short track race, man. You're going to come out on top. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yep, I got to thank Top of the Hill Grill, Butcher Shop, Paladini Metal Fab, Gales Athletic Associate, Mr. His Lawn Care, Beef Racing Fuels, Big Now Racing Products, and Youth Wellness Shows.
All right, man. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week. Thanks for chatting with us tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Ben Jolly picking up the win at Fairbury. Good race. And I told you guys there was a chance it might go flag to flag. We didn't have a big field, but this track notoriously produces great racing, and we saw that throughout the field. 2, 3 wide. The guys were getting at each other. No wrecks, and that's a big deal. So a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you. We'll be back. What time is it? We'll be back in about 45 minutes for Rock and K Logistics 410 Outlaw Sprint Series. They are at Cedar Lake. Make sure you tune back in for that. If you haven't and you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, hit the subscribe button. You know every time we go live. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing like you saw just now, there's nothing for us to cover, and everybody gets a high five and a pat on the back for that. Until we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down and keep it dirty for